Welcome to episode 5 of Dare to Be Seen. This is an interview series brought to you by Born to Be Seen, an advanced quantum healing experience and soul mission oracular 3-day event where you are going to collapse ancestral timelines and access even greater levels of divine visibility with your channeled work. This interview series presents you and brings forward conversations with women leading the next wave of spiritual evolution in humanity. Women who have overcome their visibility blocks to claim their magic in the world and who are now leading incredible brands and global communities. In this series, we ask them about their multidimensional experience because we believe that one thing is visibility and showing up, especially for the everyday person, 3D entrepreneur, versus for the multidimensional woman that has had multiple incarnations on Earth and accumulated all sorts of imprint in her DNA. And so what it takes to find this level of soul safety, what it takes to really be able to show up with joy, feeling the expansion, and also being able to move through the contractions that oftentimes arise as we step into greater visibility levels. All of that is what we talk about within this series, inside this series, and with our beautiful guests. And so I'm very excited about the person that I'm bringing today. And before we bring her forward and bring her in, I want to invite you to check out the Mission Soul page, the highlights, the link in bio, and join Born to Be Seen, the 3-day free experience. This experience has been curated with lots of love and devotion for you. It's going to be beautiful, filled with community vibes, and with incredible tools. There are 3 days with different things happening on day 1, 2, and 3. Everything is super advanced, and I know you're going to love it. So make sure you check that out. And I am welcoming now into the stage our beautiful Jess. Hey. Hello, beautiful Jess.
Hello, love. How are you?
Oh, very good. Very happy. Thank you for making it so early. You're a new mama, so just wanted to send massive appreciation vibes for making it today.
Oh, that's okay. It's my pleasure. I'm honored to be here.
Jess, please share with us a little bit about who you are, what you do, and who your work is for, please.
No worries. So yes, my name is Jess. I live in Tasmania, Australia, and I've created the Rebirth into New Earth material, which is really about how to ascend into New Earth through your body as the new human. So I've been working on this for lifetimes and lifetimes and lifetimes, but this is the lifetime where I actually get to teach it, when we're ascending right now through our bodies. So it's just amazing to be able to be here. And I have courses online. I have a book coming out and a podcast. And I also have a free daily New Earth updates on my social medias. And it really helps you understand what's happening right now with the New Earth energies, but also how to navigate the new human upgrades we're having with all our body. So it's really exciting times.
I love that. And I've been seeing the daily shares. So for everyone here watching, please check it out. And as Jess said, like these energies, these broadcasts are so special to receive from people who are vibing at love frequency, expansion frequency, ascension timelines. And Jess is one of them. So you definitely want to check those out. And I'm so happy to see you showing up so much more and of course, also like showing up for your baby mission, showing up for your baby. It's really inspiring.
Exactly, yeah. And you know, 3 years ago I was in a container with Marga, for those watching, and she had this beautiful transmission on divine visibility, and it just changed my life. It really activated me from becoming so invisible. I was just so scared to come out in any way or shape or form, and her codes just really, really landed with me. And the main one was that it's not really about you showing up, not about your ego, not about your face or how you look, or you know, it's really about your mission, and your mission is its own frequency. And as soon as I stepped into that and into my mission and took my ego aside, oh no, I'm going to be seen, or what am I going to look like, or what are people going to think, that to me really started my anchoring in to this version of my multidimensional self, where I have the divine visibility and the confidence to be able to show up.
I love that so much. Thank you for sharing. I'm so happy. I'm happy to have been part of your story, because truly, you know, at the end of the day, what I feel is that our works is like all about the ripple effect. And what changes in the world when one woman dares to be seen and dares to just like stop preventing that she says she's here for, when she really can surrender all human limitations about being seen, and of course be brave and do the inner work that also comes with saying yes to more and more and more, because it is multi-layered. And I don't know if you've also had this experience where, you know, it's like you do the work and then, you know, you embody and you bring yourself to a level, then you're ready to emerge into the next level and you meet another layer. I'm curious about your experience.
Absolutely. So for me, it's all about this deepening. And as you said, it's a layered approach. And the key here is really about your body and your nervous system and your capacity. It's growing your capacity in your nervous system to be able to show up that one bit more, or feel more comfortable. And to do that, we really need to work with our body, because at the end of the day, we are ascending through our body. And all our multidimensional experiences, all our ancestral, our DNA, as you said, our inner child work is stored somatically in our tissues, in our cells, in our body, the body memories. So any traumas that we've had through past lives of the witch wound, you know, and we've all been there, we've all done that. There's not one of us that hasn't had that. It's been our experience to be able to come into this lifetime, to be able to shed that, claim that, and heal that. And recently, Marga, last year, I got to this stage in my ascension process where I realised that all of my lives, pretty much since Jesus, had been a witch wound. Wow. Because of the patriarchy, you know, because of the world that we live in, the dominant culture, because of the religion codes. Every life, I couldn't be seen. So it's just mind-blowing to me that happens, you know, but it's just the way that it's been. So, you know, with healing, we used to be able to have to go into every single past life or every single like inner child wound to heal it. But now, because of the energies of the earth are rising, we don't have to do that. We don't have to go into every single little one, which is amazing. But what we do have to do is commit to each layer that is ready to be seen, ready to be visible. And each initiation that we go through will bring you closer home to your authentic self. So it really is being committed to going through these initiations and doing it with love for yourself. And really, when we do shadow work, we really have to look at it, right? We have to see the shadow to see the light, to bring it to the light. And if we meet it with love and we hear the body stories, the body memories, the traumas, and just hold it with love and alchemize it, that is where we are at the moment, because we're really at this higher frequency, this God frequency coming in, where it is not only easier to sort of move through things at a holistic level, but it's also, I think, getting us closer to our authenticity and our true self, which is what we're all here to do, to become whole.
Yeah. Oh my God. Oh, there's so much coming through and so many frequencies also coming through. And I love what you just said, because that's exactly what has been my experience in supporting souls That is like not necessarily like the nitty gritty of needing to go into every timeline, into each lifetime, but actually how noticing how there is just so much, well, for once, it's like ease in the capacity to expand and receive the wisdom, close down the timeline, create the new reconnection, rise. And on the other side, it's like the incredible amount of support that we are getting. But how I see it is from the earth, from Mother Gaia, from the inner earth realms. Like, I don't know, how you've experienced this, but for me, it's like, and this is like even super recent where it has been coming, but the role that the realms of inner Gaia, golden realms, crystalline realms, are playing now in the evolution and in those who are committed to not escape, but actually to ascend through the body, I feel that it's like, whoa. And I don't know, I'm curious about your experience with this.
Absolutely. Well, first of all, I'll just say that I'm come from the stars. So I was so out of my body my whole life. So I got out of my whole body my whole life. And I know that most of your clients, Marga, and people watching this will be too, because they're the channelers, they're the star seeds. They're the ones with these multidimensional gifts that we've had to keep hidden, even in this life, because A, we didn't really know what it was to start with, but B, it's scary to come out and to tell people that you're psychic, or that you channel beings, or that you have all these gifts. But what's been happening lately, and you've hit the nail on the head, Marga, is we're really having these nervous system upgrades. I've got a lot of posts on my daily updates about it if you want to go have a look. But it's the crystalline core of Mother Earth has been upgraded, obviously, into 5D and above. And it's like this beautiful crystalline core has got a mycelium network, like a tree root network, like a mushroom type of network, coming from the middle of the core all the way up through her layers, through the inner world, and then literally going up through the tree roots in earth. And as it goes up through the tree roots and connects with nature, it's also going up your root, right? So your root chakra, your feet, coming up your feet and upgrading your nervous system. And at the moment, the astrology is so right for this, which is beautiful. We're really moving out of that fight, flight, freeze response, that sort of animal body response that we've been, thousands and thousands of years, like we've had this survival instinct, right? This reptilian type brain. But we're moving into being more of a nature spirit, being more one with the earth, with the heartbeat of Mother Earth, returning back to our authenticity. And our cells are turning back to that realization that we're all connected, that we're all one. And this mycelium root upgrade from Mother Earth's crystalline core is really enabling our nervous system to return back to its original divine blueprint. And, we've been prophesied about this for so many years, right? Like, I've been feeling this coming for so long, but it's actually here. And it gives me the goosebumps, because it's giving me the goosebumps now, because it's like my nervous system has changed so much over the last few months. I've had the most, I know we all have, but I just want to share something like quite small. I had a baby 4 months ago, a new earth beautiful baby, and I had a beautiful new earth pregnancy, which ascended me as well, which brought me closer to ascension through my body, because I was pregnant with a beautiful light being here, beautiful high frequency. So there was no option but to ascend right further, right? Which is just absolutely beautiful. But it's just, once we ascend and we move more into our bodies, we're just able to be more of our authentic self and show up and be our divine self and our divine truth. And the work that I do with people in Rebirth into New Earth is through the chakra systems, but it's the New Earth chakra system. So we start with the New Earth star chakra, and then go up the chakra systems to the solar star. And with the root chakra, for example, we really work on embodied safety. We need to feel safe in our bodies, because all these lifetimes we weren't safe. We were burnt at the stake, we were tortured, we were ostracized.
Yeah.
And with that, it's also working with the kidney and adrenals. So each organ we have has a consciousness, and we can talk to it, and it wants to be talked to. It's got so many stories to share with you about what it's been through in ancestral, multidimensional lives, in its cells, in the inner child, in this lifetime, what you've experienced in this lifetime. So we really need to be be safe first. So, that root chakra. And then we actually do a lot of like womb clearing, because the patriarchy, the dominant culture, and the sort of distorted religious, distorted masculine codes are stored a lot in your womb. They know how to get you, and your power is in your womb, right? To reclaim your power, we need to do a lot of clearing in the womb over all these lifetimes. Another thing we look at is the throat chakra, right? Talking, this is such a big one. And, up until recently, I wasn't able to do that probably until last year. I really activated my new earth throat chakra. And the way that I teach that is actually going back into a life where you had all the power, where you were a goddess, you were a priestess. I bring like a Lemurian priestess water activation to remind you to reactivate your voice, because you've had lifetimes too where you've been amazing. You absolutely smashed it and killed it. And literally, you've had more lifetimes than that, than being in the shadow and not being seen. It's just that the last 2,000 years, the last experiences in terms of linear timelines have been mostly, downtrodden.
Oh,
But going back to what I was going to, sorry, Mala, yeah.
Yeah, no, I was saying that I love this so much, and it's like, so much of the frequency of truth and the real story and what's truly available. It stems from what you are sharing with us, and this is it. It's like that multidimensional support and those connections within our oversoul, where those versions of us that were never touched, never tainted, never tamed, are there to support us. And so, but I love also that you're bringing this also into, like, bringing this awareness of how we indeed need to bring some more grounding and more earth support into the field. And well, of course, like, so beautiful also, like, to even be open to receive this support from the inner core of Gaia into our nervous system, to then, okay, go into the next layer. And I feel that a lot of the people who will be receiving, for example, the Born to Be Seen event, it's like they already have a baseline. There's like this incredible baseline of, yes, they are putting themselves out there, they are, taking the courageous actions, but then it's like, this is the evolution of this work, is your divine visibility. In On one hand, it's divine because you are the light of God. You're a fractal of source consciousness, expressing truth, love, light, abundance on earth. But also on the other side, it's like, it's your divine visibility gets it's divinely supported, right? It's like it's encouraged, and from so many versions of us and so many aspects and versions of us. It's so like getting to establish those connections is like the next level, because then you don't need to go, I feel like, so much into the nitty gritty, or it can be like something that happens in 30 minutes, 1 hour, where boom 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 boom, and then okay, back. And then the gifts also start becoming bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. That's what I feel and I found. So I'm really loving everything that you're sharing with us.
Absolutely. I really love those codes, Marga. And I feel like the key for me was moving from the codes of trust, like trust in your guides, trust in your multidimensional self, into faith. There's such a frequency shift from trust to faith. Faith is like this embodied, felt sense knowing that you've got this, your multidimensional selves have got this, your guides have got this. You really do. And once you step into those codes and what you were talking about, the multidimensional versions, you have experiences beyond your wildest dreams. So I'll just give you an example. When I was 8 weeks postpartum, I got invited to do a TV show for Gaia about my story. An American producer flew down, and it was 8 weeks postpartum, and it was such a stretch for me, such a stretch. I really enjoy talking like this with you about New Earth and about, helping people and things like that. That's just second nature to me. And now I feel really comfortable doing that. But to be filmed for a TV show and done all like the extra, like, B-roll stuff, like me walking, me having a cup of tea, things like that, that's not my comfort zone. Because that's more about me, I suppose, rather than the mission. I suppose that's the thing. So just getting more comfortable with that too, because at the end of the day, it merges into one. The more that you ascend and the more that you evolve, you are your mission. You are, the mission is you. It is separate and the same. So yeah, you just get these opportunities, I feel like, even the opportunity talking to you today, like, the universe gives you, and your guides and, your oversoul, your soul, your higher self gives you more opportunities to be able to show that you can show up. And it able to also increase your capacity, one by one.
Oh my.
Yeah, and that's my tip. Like, don't go all out and go, oh, I'm going to go and do 10 Instagram lives from nothing. My tip is with your nervous system, it needs stability and it needs titration. Titrate things. If that's aligned to you, just do what's in your heart always. But in my experience, it's always been, right, I'm extending myself, I'm extending my capacity, right? And then you have an integration embodiment period where you sort of contract a little bit and you have experiences in life that show you, more of who you are. And then you extend out again. And then you can, do another Instagram live or, do a TV show. It's all about that titration, because our nervous system wasn't built to go from 0 to 100. Especially with all the light codes coming in the frequency right now from the sun and the way that we're ascending. It's a lot on our bodies, these light codes coming in, and we need to treat our bodies with care.
Yeah, I love that. I love that. And even within this experience, the 3-day event, it's like there's room for integration. It's like day one, big activation, like all the codes, the dragon families are going to be super present, facilitating the activation, co-facilitating. But then it's like, it's so beautiful to have like this moment of anchoring. It's like, because this is it, right? It's like, and it's like getting to know yourself in a new level, right? As opposed to just be performative, like just perform and think that, because there is also a journey to enjoy, right, in the process. So I love that you're bringing it back to integration and also capacity, because I feel that that's what, it's like, that's one key aspect of this whole equation. You are not going to stop expanding. You're not going to stop ascending. You're not going to stop feeling nervous. There's always going to be a bigger opportunity, bigger stage, more eyes, potentially other things happening outside of you, projections, whatever it is, that is going to challenge you. But so it's like so great that you are building your, by choosing to show up and dare to be seen, then you are expanding yourself and expanding your capacity, where where before it was too heavy to weight to lift the 10-pound dumbbell. Now it's like, okay, I can actually lift the 25 pound dumbbell, and it's like, okay, it's still gonna feel like but I got it. So like, to me, it's like, this is it. And so there's a very specific question that I want to ask you before we end, and it's like, you talk about how you're supporting humans create a new earth, through like embodying the new human, like these codes, ascending through the body. What would you say is the role of your visibility and your ability to be seen in the world when you are a visionary with a mission that also wants to build a new earth?
I love this question. So at the end of the day, it's actually just about your authenticity. So the more we work on ourselves and remove all those layers that have been built up, all those multidimensional traumas, DNA ancestry, the more we return back to our true self, the more we're able to show up. But the key is that we've got light codes inside us that are here to activate others. So just by being yourself, your true self, as we know, your authentic self, by removing those layers more and more and more, you're able to show more of your light codes. You're able to talk about more of your experience and your embodied wisdom. And therefore, that's going to activate people. So it might be that someone comes on to your programming, that 3-day program, Marga, and just sees your face and just goes, right, I've got all the codes that I need. They might need to hear your voice. They might need to be taught the exact codes that you're talking. But just by you being you and you embodying your mission and your codes is the key. So to become more of your authentic self is to remove those layers within your body, somatically in your nervous system. Remove those blocks and clear those blocks. The more that you can, the more you'll be able to be visible, the more you'll be able to be seen, and the more that people will just come into your field, receive your codes, and it's magic. The work's done.
Wow, I love this so much. Because it's like, you know, it's like in a world where you are a frequency, reminder, you are the transmission.
Exactly.
And so your ways, your authentic ways, are already altering the fabrics of existence by you embodying all that you are in your flesh, in your bones, in your womb, in your throat,
Exactly.
in your self-expression, in the permission that you give to yourself. And wow, 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 wow. Talking about a new level of, you know, because sometimes I think about, and I talk to my people about how we are like crystals, right? Like crystals, people say, okay, a crystal holds a specific frequency. A crystal has a mirror reflection in the quantum field or on the earth, in the earth. And it's like, it's a consciousness. But you can grab it, you can see it, you can put it on a, you know, as the beautiful decoration, seeing all the time. And so because it is solidified frequency, there is it's interfacing with the grids of wherever it is 24/7. So like, of course, like then we have our bone marrow, which is it's turning into crystalline as opposed to just carbon based. So it's all about this. It's like, well, it's so beautiful because even like when you think about our light families are awesome, but we are the freaking badass in the council of our life families because we chose to have the body. We were the crazy ones.
Right. And I think it's sometimes tougher on us than we thought. That's my experience. Because we're so from the stars, right? And to be an embodied soul in New Earth, you need to be, you know, aligned with the stars and have your quantum frequency and multidimensionality, which is beautiful. But you also need to be, you know, aligned with the earth, and then you need to be present in your body. And those combination of those three makes you an embodied soul in New Earth. And yeah, I love that codes about the crystal because it really resonates with what we were talking about before about the crystalline core of Mother Earth that you were saying, I was saying. We're becoming more like the crystalline core. Our cells, our body's crystallizing, and our DNA is tending to crystalline as well. And it's just absolutely amazing.
I love that. Oh my goodness. Okay, Jess, I loved our conversation today. It is a delight. It's been like so long since the last time that we've had like some, you know, like FaceTime. And I love your evolution. I love what you're sharing. I'm gonna be paying even closer attention to these updates because, oh my God, your frequency is divine. And I want to ask you, and well, for those of our viewers who would like to get to know you more or work with you, what is the go-to place, or what are the go-to places to connect with you?
Yeah, definitely on Instagram in my link tree. My updates, my New Earth updates are on here, TikTok, and also YouTube. I've got courses out, and yeah, next year, once baby comes a bit bigger, I've got live group journeys, a book coming out, and podcasts. So stay tuned. But for now, yeah, I've got these daily New Earth updates, and they're real, authentic, channeled, like no makeup, no filter, just a couple of minutes, or a minute or two a day, and it's really based off what's happening in the earth right now.
I love that. Oh my goodness. Well, thank you so much for gracing this stage today. I love you so much. And yeah, can't wait to see you rising queen. Thank
I'm
you.
excited to see you in the 3-day journey that you're doing as well.
Yes. Amazing. Everyone is invited. Thank you, my love. Bye bye.
Bye, Marga.